Hello everyone and welcome to this front split routine. I'm the flexibility guy, Coach Elia. I'm gonna guide you through this amazing sequence of exercises you can do to increase your front split flexibility. Not only that, but also your hip and leg flexibility as well. You can follow this routine with me. You just need a little bit of equipment. Make sure you got some yoga blocks, a little weight, okay, and a wall. That's it, okay? It's a lunge exploration. We're gonna use some exercises at the wall. I'm gonna use the box as well, but don't worry if you don't have the box, no worries at all, and the yoga blocks obviously. So get ready to start. Let's go. Before we delve into it, remember that you can download a free PDF document where you can find all the exercises we'll be doing today, so you can follow it whenever you want. Check it out following the link in the description down below. Alright guys, we're ready to start and we want to begin with a hip and leg warm-up obviously. This is my favorite one. It's called the 90-90 stretch and it helps you loosen up the muscles and tissues inside of your hip joint area, and it works also on your hip rotation, which is fundamental, which is really important in a front split. Alright, all you want to do, you want to start with your hands behind your back like this, knees flexed at 90 degrees, and now from here trunk upright, you wanna look in front of you with your trunk. Now at all times, okay? At all times. One knee goes in, the other knee goes out, and you touch the floor, slowly. Now when you touch the floor with both knees, this hip, your opposite hip, may come off the floor just a tiny little bit or more. That's okay, okay? Now from here, apply pressure on that back hip. Remain here for a couple of seconds, and now, check this out. I go up with my first knee, like this, all the way, I wait, and I leave the other on the floor, and as I reach my max, I want to go with the other as well, come back into the 90-90 position, alright? And I want to repeat the same kind of thing on the other side, couple of seconds, come up, spread my legs as wide apart as possible, and I change, okay? At all times I want to lean forward and I never want to move my trunk. I always want to look in front of me with my trunk, all right? That's 4. Excellent. 5. We'll go for 6, all right? And we go 6. And now we try to do the same without your hands, okay? So you try to spread your knees as wide apart as possible. Look in front of you with your chest, with your trunk. Lean toward the back hip. Start with the first, and as you reach your limit, you want to start with the other knee as well. Okay, you want to come up with the other knee. That's 2. Without your hands, you got to pay more attention to the movement. You got to control it and make sure that this is a mistake a lot of people make here. Make sure you got your knees approximately at 90 degrees throughout the whole sequence, okay? Throughout the whole exercise. Never lose that angle because that works on your hip rotation. If you lose it, you won't work on your hip rotation as much, okay? And 6, and you come back into the starting position. Now something for our glutes, which is a really important muscle when it comes to front splits, okay? So what you want to do, one leg is in front of you, the other leg goes on top of it on the other side. Now from here, easy variation, you keep your bottom leg straight. I'm going to demonstrate it with the harder variation where you bend your leg in like this, okay? This hip may pop off the floor just a little bit. It's okay again. Now from here, I pull my knee toward my chest as much as I can, and I want to turn my trunk a little bit toward this leg, okay? Now from here, until pelvic tilt, that means straighten your lower back, push your head up. Imagine as if you wanted to move your head toward the ceiling, and now lean forward just a tiny little bit, okay? We're gonna stay here for 1, 2, now breathe and gently lean toward your stretched legs hip, okay? The more the better, the more the better. It doesn't matter if your hip stays a little off the floor, that's just normal, okay? That's 4, 5, just lean, and 6. This is excellent for your hip capsule. You want to come back, repeat the same kind of work on the other side as well, okay? Now from here, as you can see, the foot is on the floor. This hip, my case, is popping off the floor a little bit. Now, straighten your back, head up, and pull. As you pull, you lean toward. Can you see how I'm leaning toward my stretched legs hip? And I go to, the more I pull, the better I feel it. 3, it's just like the trunk is lightly turned to the side. 4, yeah, pull it. 5, lean, and 6, excellent. Nice glute warm up, because next exercise we want to do is called the Pigeon pose, or the Pigeon pose extension. This is a pose which is really famous in yoga practices. Today we're going to use it for a specific reason, which is increasing our front split flexibility, because the front split is the main goal of this routine here. I'm going to show you why. So you may need a couple of yoga blocks. Most people need a couple of yoga blocks here. Check why. Now, one knee and one hip on top of the yoga blocks like this, and the other leg stays on the floor at a 90-degree angle here, okay? So we are in the same 90-90 position, okay? But now I'm twisting my trunk toward my front leg instead. Now, this 90-degree angle on the front side may be really difficult to maintain for the majority of people, me included. So what you want to do, by elevating your front knee and your front hip, it's gonna get easier, okay? That's why you wanna put the yoga blocks under it. Now, back leg, you wanna straighten it back. So this means, and you gotta pay attention to this, this means that you wanna turn your back leg in like this. Now, the more you do it, the more intense the exercise will be. One way you can use to simplify the exercise instead is you want to bend the front leg. So rather than keeping it 90 degrees, you bend it slightly. Make sense? Now, turn your back leg in like this. Press. Learn how to press this hip toward the floor. This is fundamental in a front split, okay? Now, from this position here, if you got one more yoga block or something, you can put it under your hands. Maintain your shoulders up. Flex your back toe. Can you see what I'm doing with my back toe? I'm flexing it. Maintain your shoulders up, and now extend your back leg like this, as I'm doing here. This is exactly what you do in a front split. That's why it's so important. And come down. 1. Go. Extend. 1. 2. Come down. Exactly. Go. 1. 2. Come down. 3. Go. 1. 2. Come down. 4. 1. 2. Come down. 5. Now the last one. Stay here for 10. 9. 8. 7. 6. 5. 4. 3. 2. 1. Excellent. Now down with your back knee. Relax your back foot. That doesn't mean you gotta turn your back leg out. Your back leg wants to stay rotated inwardly rotated, okay? Now you lean toward your front leg instead, and you just don't want to go down. Can you see I'm curving my back? This is not stretching my glutes correctly. I want to maintain a straight back, push my head in front of you and rotate it slightly to the side like this. And I'm also moving my head forward. I'm pushing my head forward as much as I can, okay? And now I stay here for 1. That's exactly what I want. 2. Excellent. 3. 4. 5. And 6. Excellent. Very good. Now we want to shift sides. Make sense? You can see the front leg in action here. Yoga blocks under it. Now, something I should mention is that if you still can't do the exercise this height, just use more yoga blocks. Make sense? It's going to get even easier. So, hip and knee on top of him. Now, back leg movement is really important, okay? You want to rotate your back leg in. The more the better. Shoulders up. And now, I flex my back toe like this. Shoulders up. And now, maintaining my shoulders up, I want to extend my back leg. This means that I want to press my back heel back, okay? Stay here for a couple of seconds and come back down. 1. Extend. Stay here for a couple of seconds. Come back down. 2. Extend. Stay. 1. 2. Come back down. 3. Extend. 1. 2. Come back down. 4. Extend. 1. 2. Come back down. 5. And now extend. And now stay here for maybe 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Beautiful. Relax it down. Pull yourself both forward and twist a little to the side. The more you can flex your trunk toward your front leg, the better, obviously. This means that you still want to maintain your back straight as possible. Make sense? 2. Okay, now press your head forward. 3. 4. The more you press your head forward, the better. 5. Okay. And 6. Excellent. Okay. So, that was good, huh? That was good. Yeah. Now we're going to explore a little bit of lunge position. Okay. The lunge is exactly what a front split is. Only difference is that your front leg now in a lunge is bent, in a front split is straight. That makes all the difference, obviously. But still, it stretches the most important muscles you want to have flexible for a front split, which are your hip flexors, the muscles of your back leg. Okay. Now, you want to start in a lunge like this, okay? You want to maintain your front leg at 90 degrees for now. From here, hips down, okay? For now, just build this confidence here. You want to move your hips side to side, little movements. One thing you got to notice is that the more you posterior pelvic tilt, the more you flatten your lower back, the more you're going to feel the stretch here in the front part of your leg, which is exactly what you want to do. So maintain your hips in posterior pelvic tilt, drive your hips down, the more the better. And now gently, can you see I'm just twisting back and forth, right and left. 5 times, 3, beautiful. It's a little movement, 4, almost imperceptible, but it's helping me relax my back hip. It's helping me relax structures involving my back hip. And now, let my hips go down for another couple of breaths. And then I want to change. I want to extend my front leg. And you see what I'm doing? So I'm extending my front leg. Check this out. At this point, the more you can flex your trunk toward your front leg, the better. But maintain your front knee bent at first, okay? Now, from here, you want to extend it. It doesn't matter where it goes, or if you gotta bring your torso up a little bit, and then you bend it again. You bring your torso down. The whole time, your main goal is to crunch your torso toward your leg as much as possible, okay? 3. You keep it dynamic at first. So you bend and extend your front leg. 4. We do another 2. 5. Okay? And 6. Excellent. Now remain here for 1. 2. Yeah, breathe. 3. Excellent. 4. And 5. And now we want to come back into a lunge. Now this is the buttock stretch, one of my favorite exercises for front split and hip flexors flexibility development. Now the main reason why I'm using this exercise is because it's really similar to a lunge. It mimics a front split and it stretches your psoas like crazy. So shoulders up, posterior pelvic tilt as much as possible, the more the better. Now, can you see how I'm flexing my back toe? That's exactly what you want to do too. And now, front leg at 90 degrees, hips down, and I want to press my back heel back and lift my back knee without moving my hips. I don't want to move my hips up. I want to maintain my hips down. So what I'm doing is this. Extend, 1, 2, and I'm coming down. Can you see what I'm doing? And go. Extend, 1, 2, and I'm coming down. Extend. Can you see how I'm trying to press my hips as close to the floor as possible. 3, exactly. And go. 1, 2, and down. 4. Okay, another 2. 1, 2, and down. 5. Now the last one. Stay here. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Ooh. Now down. Try to extend your front leg as much as possible. Relax it and push your hips down, maintaining a posterior pelvic tilt and tilting your trunk just a little bit backward, okay? Obviously, you're gonna extend your back as well. Try to do it as little as possible. Maintain it at the hip level, okay? 2, 3, ooh. Focus here on the front part of your hip. 4, yoga blocks really help here to maintain your trunk in the desired position. And 5, excellent. Now, we wanna get into the hamstrings again. So, front leg straight. If you can, fold your trunk just a little bit more than before, okay? And now what we want to do, we want to repeat it, okay? Obviously, trying to aim for a deeper range of motion. So I bend, maintain my body as close to the knee as possible, extend, and come back. 1, yeah, beautiful. Extend, and come back. 2, extend, and come back. 3, you gotta feel that your knee is 100% straight when you straighten it. All right? 4, and now the last one. 5, now try to fold your trunk down as deep as possible. 2, hands down obviously if you can. 3, some people here can touch their toe with their head, which is insane flexibility, I would say, yeah. And 5, beautiful, perhaps you're one of them. And change, beautiful. So, it's a lunge exploration. The concept is that the more you posterior pelvic tilt, a lot of people just don't appreciate the lunge position because they can't find that kind of posterior pelvic tilt. The moment you arch your back excessively, obviously you're gonna arch your back a little bit always, okay? But if you do it excessively, you won't target your hip flexors as much, okay? It's gonna be a lower back movement rather than a hip flexor stretch, okay? Because your hip flexors, your psoas, moves your hips into anterior tilt. So if you kind of exaggerate this movement here, it will shorten your psoas rather than stretch it, okay? The moment you do the reverse, you flatten it. Now for now, relax your back hip and move just back and forth. 1. Exactly. 2. Back and forth. 3. 4. 5. Excellent. 6. Couple of breaths here. I appreciate the lunge position, shoulders up. I try to loosen up my back hip. That's right. And now I'm folding my trunk down. Okay, first set. Now you want to keep it easy. First time, you want to just keep it easy. So, knee to the chest. I bend my leg as much as I need. And then I extend. As you can see, I'm leaving my trunk with my knee. That's okay. Most important part is that the knee is straight. Okay, 2, and bend. 3, and bend. Beautiful. 4, and bend. 5, and bend. One last one, 6, and now remain here. Pull yourself down. 1, beautiful. 2, relax and fold your body down. 3, excellent. Let it go down. 4, and 5. This is what I'm talking about. Now, come back into a lunge. This is the paddock stretch moment. So you can see how my front leg is at 90 degrees here. Shoulders up. I'm using a yoga block under my opposite hand because I do want to maintain my shoulders up. It's impossible to do it if you don't keep something by your side. Maybe a wall, maybe a box as well. Now from here, I want to straighten my back leg, keeping my shoulders up and my hips down. Come back. That's 1. Straighten. 1, 2. Come down. 2. Go. 1, 2. Come down. That's a 3. Go. 1, 2. Come down. That's 4. Go. 1, 2. Come down. 5. Finding something behind you with your heel may help a lot to feel the stretch correctly. Adjust your lower back position. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Damn it. Never gets easier. Never gets easier. Now, posterior pelvic tilt. You want to tilt your body back. You want to try to maintain this kind of backward leaning sensation without touching your back excessively. I want to repeat, a little bit, it's gonna arch. Don't force it. Try to do the reverse. Suck your tummy in, flatten your lower back, move your hips down, keep your shoulders back without touching your spine. And 5. That's right. Now, second set of the hamstring. Obviously here, something I should mention is that your front toe wants to come up. Now, knee to the chest. And I want to straighten, come back. 1. Straighten, come back. 2. Excellent. Straighten, come back. 3. Straighten, come back. 4. Straighten, come back. 5, and now we remain in the stretch for the last 6 breaths. 5, beautiful. Try to gently, progressively get deeper. Now it's, you remember as in the glutes, head forward and straighten through the back. 3, 2, and 1. That's right. Okay. This was our lunge sequence. Now, I'm gonna use this. Can you see I'm using a box and a wall? There is an angle here in between these two. I'm gonna put my back knee like in between these two because I wanna lock my back leg there. If you don't have such a setup, if you don't have a corner in your house, in your gym, wherever, just use a wall, okay? Just put your back leg against the wall. It's gonna work perfectly, okay? It's gonna be just an upgrade to that because my back shin bone won't move once fixed in this corner, okay? I'm gonna put a yoga block under my back knee as well. It's gonna ensure that I'm comfortable on my back hip. You do need a couple of yoga blocks too, because we're gonna explore 3 different positions, okay? Now, first one. Back knee down. Back foot against the wall or the corner, whatever, okay? You just wanna keep it there. Make sure it won't move from there, huh? Now, front leg, it's at 90 degrees. Take the yoga blocks with you, okay? And raise your shoulders up. First position we want to use is a Psoas stretch with the front leg at 90 degrees. So, front leg at 90 degrees, shoulders up and hips down. all I want to do, I want to suck my thumb in, posterior pelvic tilt as much as possible. The more I do it, the stronger the stretch is. And now I move my hips down. And I remain here for 1. Excellent. 2. Continue to move it down. 3. Beautiful. 4. And 5. Now I press with my back knee toward the floor. I create a light pressure against the block or against the floor for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Stop. Inhale. Relax the psoas. Exhale. Try to get deeper. And now, check this out, guys. Rather than keeping my front leg at 90 degrees, I want to extend it. So, look, toe up, heel down, bend the leg. I want to bend now, okay? Bend the leg. As you can see, I'm going to create something like a 45-degree angle on my front leg. This is going to stretch the psoas, the back leg psoas, like crazy. And I'm going to remain here for 1, 2. Always same concept. Shoulders up, posterior pelvic tilt. 3. Hips down. 4. 5. Now again, back knee, I want to push it over the floor. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Stop. Inhale. Exhale. Bend the leg. Allow your hips to come even further down. 2. It's always about this concept of bending the front leg and letting the hips go down, okay? If you don't bend your front leg, you won't achieve such a depth with your back hip, okay? Always aim to, like, I'm thinking about touching the floor with my back hip. That's a ticket, okay? That's a secret. It's gonna stretch my psoas like crazy. Beautiful. Now, last one, guys. After 5 breaths, I want to extend my front leg. Now, as you can see, I want to put my yoga blocks under my hips because I want to relax on something. This is harder than a front split, okay? So you will probably stay really high. And if you got your back foot stuck in a corner, it won't move from there. If you got it against the wall, try not to move it in, okay? Try to keep it on top of your back knee, okay? Now, I'm using another yoga block here because as you can see, I'm resting on the yoga blocks with my front hip. Your back hip wants still to move toward the floor, okay? So nothing under your back hip, just under your front one, okay? Now, remain up. I posterior pelvic tilt and I move my hips down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and now try to get deeper. Slide with your front heel, okay. Maintain your front leg straight, and I move down. 1, 2, exactly. 3, lean toward the back leg, back hip. Maintain your foot over there. 4. And 5. Wow. Guys, this is my favorite sequence ever. Because stretches the psoas at first. Gently, the hamstrings get involved too. And it gets harder than the front split itself. So it starts from an easy stretch compared to a front split, obviously. It's not easy in absolute terms. It's quite challenging. But then it gets more and more challenging until it gets even more intense than a front split. Now, change sides. Other leg. So knee against the wall. The corner is just a game changer because your back leg won't move from the front leg at 90 degrees at first. Shoulders up. Now, even though you want to maintain your shoulders up, remember that most important part of it, of any psoas stretch, is that you posterior pelvic tilt, okay? So posterior pelvic tilt, drive your hips down. Now remain here for 1. The more you posterior tilt, the more you feel something is changing inside of your hips. That's your psoas pulling. 2. 3. 4. 5. Now we press the back knee down. So we press and stay. 10, 9, 8, 7. Maintain the pressure. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And you stop. Inhale. Couple of breaths still with your front leg at 90 degrees. And then you start taking this, take this long lunge. And now it's 45 degrees instead. You still want to bend it because the focus must be on your back leg, okay? So back leg down, back hip down, and now maintain my shoulders up. 1, 2, excellent. 3, shoulders up, posterior pelvic tilt. 4, and 5. Now back knee down. 10, 9, press it. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Stop. Inhale. Exhale. This time another 5 breaths before you get into the last variation. Is that right? 2. Breathe. Posterior pelvic tilt. The shoulders up. 3. 4. And 5. And now I want to extend front leg. Okay, relax on it. Keep my shoulders up. As you can see, yoga blocks under the back leg. Now, thanks to the corner, I can maintain a very good posture, back leg wise. I'm pressing, I'm leaning toward my back hip. This is really important, guys. You gotta lean toward the back hip, okay? We're gonna see it also in a front split. It's really important that you constantly apply pressure on your back hip, okay? Everything stays in your back hip when it comes to front split development. That's the most limiting factor. The front leg is just responding to what your back leg does and how flexible it is. Now 5 breaths and you intensify. You try to get deeper, okay? Doesn't matter if you can touch the next level. Just make sure you're aiming for a deeper position. And now we go down 1. We go down 2. Whew. We go down 3. We go down 4. And 5. Wow! Obviously, if you want to suffer a little more, you can maintain the positions you've seen today, even more breaths or seconds, but I'm not sure you're gonna do it. Now, lastly, we want to work on the front split. Do you remember the lunge position? Okay, we're gonna use a long lunge position, what I call a long lunge position. Let me show you what I mean. But first, use some yoga blocks. Okay, you do need some yoga blocks to achieve the front split, as well as to increase your flexibility in general. Okay, in general, for the splits, yoga blocks are really important. So, just talking to give you some breaths. Now, front leg at 45 degrees. Yoga blocks are really important here, okay? Because I do want to keep the yoga blocks under my hands to maintain my shoulders up. Now check this out. Flex my back toe, flex my front foot, front toe up, heel down, but I want to make sure I'm not sliding because I want to bend the front leg. It's 45 degrees. Hips down, guys. Hips down. And now, extend. 1, 2, calm down. Posterior pelvic tilt, flatten your lower back, shoulders up. Extend. 1, 2, calm down. 2. Extend. 1, 2, calm down. 3. Extend. 1, 2, calm down. 4. Extend. 1, 2, calm down. 5. Last one, guys. Extend, stay. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Maintain your trunk up, huh? That's really important. Now, the yoga blocks go under your hips, but first, maintain your front leg bent. Just allow your hips to go down. Relax here for 5 breaths. 5 quick breaths. Where you bend your front leg and you allow your, oh, can you see? I'm moving my hips down. I'm just pressing onto my back hip. Okay. And I'm straightening my front leg, relaxing my back toe. I'm all relaxed. All relaxed on the yoga blocks. And I want to be heavy on them, okay? Because especially in the last stages of a front split, secret is getting heavy on the floor because you want to reach the floor with your hips. So you want to apply that extra pressure, okay? 2, shoulders up. Maintain a straight back. 3. Allow your hips to go down. 4. And 5. And now from here, you want to press your feet down, okay? As if you wanted to press the floor with your feet. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Stop the contraction. Inhale. Exhale, and now it's time for you to get a little deeper. So try for me to get a little deeper at the hip level, okay? Now, I'm always trying to lean toward the back hip. It's the back hip action here, not the front hip, okay? So I'm not leaning toward the front hip, I'm leaning toward the back, okay? And 1, he's back. 2, say hi, Whiskey. 3, okay. Lean toward your back hip, remember. 4. And 5. Now, guys, I want your best. I want your absolute best. So try to do it without the blocks. Aim for your deepest position, okay? Shoulders up, deepest position. 1. Beautiful. Continue to lean toward the back leg. 2. All right. 3. You want to be heavy, as heavy on the floor as possible. 3. It was 3 again, huh? 4. And 5. That's right. Now, guys, I wasn't gripping the floor during the front split, okay? Make sure when you do a front split that you can slide with your feet. So, if you're using a mat during the lunge, the long lunge, the 45 degrees lunge, that's fine. But as you get into a front split with your back foot or with your front one, make sure you can slide, okay? Because to get deeper, you also want to think about separating your legs. That's what helps you in a front split. As long as you don't move your hips excessively, one in front of the other. Your hips want to stay as squared as possible. One same line, okay? Second leg. So, front leg at 45 degrees, shoulders up. And now, lunge down, make this long, deep lunge with your back leg. And extend. Maintain your shoulders up and your hips down. 1, 2, come down. That's exactly what I want. And go. 1, 2, and come down. That's beautiful. And go. 1, 2, and come down. 3, and go. 1, 2, come down. 4, hips down. Go. 1, 2, come down. 5, last one. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, belly in, 2, 1. Oh, lovely. And now down with the hips, posterior pelvic tilt. Lean back with your shoulders. Try to maintain a straight back. 2, the hips down. 3, lovely. 4, 5. Yeah, that's tough. That's tough. Relax your hips. And now, yoga blocks under your front hip. Make sure you can slide with your front foot. I like to, especially when you're not touching the floor, you need the yoga blocks under your hands because you can better relax into the stretch this way. So you maintain your shoulders up, lean a little back and stay. 1, beautiful. 2, slide. 3, apply pressure on the back leg. Make your hips real heavy on the yoga blocks if possible, or progressively heavy. That's the same. And 5, we press down with the feet. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We stop the contraction, inhale. And on the exhale, we try to get deeper. Okay. I'm gonna try to take one block out. During this process, you may feel like, this is too challenging for me. But still, if you can touch something, it can be really heavy on it. I suggest you perhaps stay a little, kind of not really exactly sitting on something, but still making progress there. Okay, don't hold yourself back too much. On the flip side though, you don't either want to exaggerate the stretch. As you can see, I'm maintaining a conversation here. And 5, now I want you to push to your max, okay? No yoga blocks at all, doesn't matter your height. Now press your back hip as close to the floor as possible. Try to maintain it in line with your front one, okay? And stay here for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Beautiful. Now, if you know me, if you know my rules, you know that you never do just one split because your brain understands better how to stay in a split. Like when you do it more than once, okay? So this second time we're gonna get into the splits. I'm gonna just ask you to stay there for 10 breaths. That's it. It's gonna feel better, trust me. So if you need the yoga blocks, use your yoga blocks. Por favor, please. So now from here, it's the back hip in action, okay? So I move my back hip down and I try to get into my deepest front split. Stay with me, guys, all right? So ready? And now we slide. Stay here for 10. Breathe slowly, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. Always lean back with your shoulders. Maintain a flat lower back as much as possible. Lean toward the back leg. 1. Was so much better for me. Get out. Ooh. At least to me it was so much better. Much smoother. Way smoother. Way smoother. Other side. You ready? Get yourself into the stretch and slowly into the front split. Beautiful. And now stay there for me. 1. 2. 3. 4. 5. 6. 7. 8. Intensify progressively. 9. And 10. All right, get out. Oof. Wow. It was fantastic, huh? And this was my personal front split routine. Guys, it was tough as always, but I hope that you enjoyed my explanations and my routine today in good company with whiskey. Come here. So we want to say, come here, come. He doesn't want to come, but we want to say thank you very much for everything. If you have any questions or any doubts for me, leave a comment down below. I'm gonna be more than happy to have a chat with you. I do read all the comments. Last but not least, remember that you can download a free PDF document with this entire routine. Perhaps you want to repeat it. You should definitely if you want to achieve your front split. And you can check it out following the link in the description down below. Also there, remember you can find another link for my Flexibility Guy app, which is my flexibility Netflix with more than 50 programs to follow, video courses and lessons. To check my app out, again, click the link in the description down below. That said, thank you so much for staying with me today. Have a nice stretch and see you in the next video. Bye.
I traveled all the way to Japan in this place of silence and peace to find out the secrets of flexibility training. I'm in this temple right now because here is where I believe it's hidden the secret I'm looking for. You gotta be somewhere around here. What? A book? Nani? Honwa? Secret desu ka? Amazon de kaimasu ka? Oh, so ka. Arigatou gozaimasu. Stretching Modern Flexibility Methods is the complete playbook to master your flexibility, and you can check it out on Amazon right now. Huh? It works! It works!